What's happening today, guys? And listen, I kind of wanted to talk with you all because I've been getting a lot of my my requests through my streams, especially on Twitch. Guys, if you haven't checked out my Twitch, please come by and take a look at it, man. I normally do stuff with my viewers on there. I feel like I miss so many of you guys because I know a lot of you are here on YouTube. But let's talk a little bit about what was requested. A lot of people have asked me, especially during the weekend when we got trials going on, is Aztecross, how do I improve my aim? That might seem like a simple answer to that. You know, a lot of people just say, just practice, just practice. And, well, I do agree that practice does help, man. I do also want to bring about four things that can drastically improve your aim. Something that can go the extra mile, especially for my beginner players. A lot of my videos I made, guys, I really want to help the new guy, the guy that just picked up Destiny for the first time. And that's really what I aim for. So, you know, when we do get started on videos like this, please don't be too critical, too judgmental on some of the things that I give out. Understand that there's definitely other players out there that are just now picking up Destiny. And so we have to think about those people. So fellas, let's get started. So the first tip I definitely want to mention is sensitivity. Now, of course, you can change your sensitivity on this game between the scale of 1 and 10. And a lot of people I see in my streams ask me all the time, you know, what sensitivity do you play on Aztecross? And I do play on 5, man. I know a lot of people play on 5. But at the same token, I definitely agree that you should play with, you know, a sensitivity that you feel comfortable playing with. Some people I know play on 3. You know, asking a streamer or a YouTuber, you know, what exactly they play with might work for them, but it might not be for you. At the same token, though, find a sensitivity and find it and stick with it. I see so many people, they'll change their sensitivity up almost every single day, and then they wonder why their aim doesn't get down. See, when you start changing up your sensitivity so much, you don't have those muscle memories to where you actually can align your reticle on people. See, a lot of people, in my mind, when I get in a situation, I see someone that's a certain distance from where my reticle is. I know exactly how far I need to move over in order to snag that crit shot. That is all because of just experience and landing it over and over again. And all of that comes down to is I'm playing with a weapon, of course, that I feel comfortable with, but also a sensitivity that I feel comfortable with. If I was to go under that, of course, I would undercorrect myself. If I was to go over that, I would overcorrect myself. You see where I'm coming from? And so finding a sensitivity, but not only finding one, but sticking with one is something that I find needs to be something that is necessary. Like I said, too many people swap up their sensitivities too much, and you know, they wonder why they can't get that muscle memory down and can't get that reticle on point. It's because you're kind of confusing yourself, mixing yourself up a little too much. As you get comfortable with that sensitivity, you really need to understand how the fact that, you know, aiming down your sights, bullet magnetism, and aim assist all play such a huge role here in Destiny. I know aim assist might make you sick, but guess what? The guy you're going against is using it, all right? He's using it every time he aims down his sights, and you need to be using it too. And the best way I found to really get aim assist to proc is allowing yourself to come out of your ADS at time. It's always good to kind of allow yourself to push people in your lane and have your sights ready to get that first initial shot. But a lot of issues I see with people, especially in today when we've got so many shotgun rushers, is that players tend to try to like correct themselves when they're aiming down their sights. You know, you've got a guy that's jumping around all over the place. He's rushing you with a shotgun. You do not need to sit there and try to find him while aiming down your sights. I know this sounds like common sense, but this is something that players I see make this mistake a ton. They do not pull out their sights in time, and in doing so, they don't allow themselves to backpedal, recollect themselves, and begin landing their shots, successful shots, I might add. Just landing a shot here and there is not going to be enough to keep him from taking your fucking head off. So you need to be able to back out of your ADS, allow the game itself to do its job, because when you back out of your ADS and you re-aim, when you go back down into your ADS, that initial accuracy is engaged yet again, and you can begin landing those shots. But doing this as quickly as possible, I come in and out of my ADS a ton, especially when I use hand cannons, and that's definitely something that I think you need to be using. Again, map positioning is something that's important, but not always something that's possible. There's a lot of enemies out there, a lot of guys you go against that are just smart. They're not going to put themselves in a situation that would clearly put them at a disadvantage. They know that that area right there, they would get shut down at. So they're just going to avoid it. You see this from a lot of guys that like to snipe. They'll sit there and they'll hard scope all day long. But whenever it comes to matches like Rumble or anything that's point scenario, especially team fights, just sitting in one positioning and just looking down that hallway, looking down that lane is not going to help your team out at all. What I really like to do is whenever I push up, man, whenever I'm coming on an enemy, I like to either throw a grenade out or maybe just juke the map a little bit, juke the radar a little bit, left, right, whatever it may be, but actually push them in a situation that they'll have to rotate actually in a lane or in an area that I'll already kind of have pre-sighted, as in I'll already be aiming down my sights and be kind of looking in that general direction. A grenade is honestly the best way to do this. Throw a grenade to the left, allow them to move to their right. Of course, they're going to be landing shots on you at the same time, but you will have the advantage of knowing exactly where you're going to step in, and a lot of times you'll win that gunfight because you'll just land that first initial shot. I feel like as I'm going on with this video, I'm kind of like learning how I would break this down. Honestly, I gotta say, man, being patient with yourself is probably the most important tip. There's so many players I know that are striving to become really great players, and there's so many great players, man, that just have bad and off days, and they're really hard on themselves. And there's a lot of times I see players, man, they keep pushing, and I'm one of them. I'll keep pushing. I'm like, I've got to keep pushing. And this isn't like certain things in life. This is a mind game. And after you get to a certain point of playing for an extended period of time, you're just gonna wear yourself out, and you're gonna start losing out in accuracy. Your decision making is gonna go down. All of those things in turn will result in you having poor gameplay. And again, you'll need to just step back and just take a moment for yourself. Go get off Destiny for a little bit, but be patient with yourself is extremely important. A lot of times I know that a match may start off really poorly. I know you're probably watching this Rumble game and it's going bad, dude. It's not going good at all, dude. I'm getting stomped. Posh just putting it on me. And here's the thing, though. You need to just keep trudging through the mud, man. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? Again, be patient with yourself. Play smarter, okay? And just keep moving forward. And next thing you know it, you're gonna break out, man. You're gonna break out. You're gonna land those kills. You're gonna do good. And don't go into the next match expecting you to always have that same consistency, those same consistency of breakout moments of just stomping everyone. Okay, you're gonna have those moments where you're gonna get trashed for a second. And again, like I said, just be easy on yourself and be patient on yourself. And before you know it, you'll be right back to where you were. But again, I know it's easier said than done, and still something I definitely have to remind myself of. But something I want to pass on to you guys. Well, fellas, those are again my tips, and something that I just kind of wanted to put out simply because I had so many people request it. I hope it helps you. I hope it does something for you. And again, just go into each match, take breaks in between every now and then. And the main thing is, dude, have fun with this game. That's the main goal about all of this. Just have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your gaming experience, because that's the whole reason why we all game to begin with. Anyways, fellas, thanks so much for coming and watching. I'll catch y'all later. Slap that like button like your mama told you right.